Hello traders, today's the 24th of March. My name is Hornsey, market and YouTrading. And today I'm looking at the euro versus the pound. Okay, so I'm actually going to start on the monthly chart. We can see here that 200 period moving average 0.819 to 0.82 is currently acting as dynamic support. Buyers stepped in off the sort of sweep of the lows from the 2016, like you see here on these little fractals, and 2019, 2020. So currently we're sweeping the lows of this. Buying came in ahead of the sort of 200 period moving average on this monthly chart, and we've just come back up into this previous balance of February. Looking to the left, 75% of traders trying to go long this particular chart. So the euro versus the pound is more likely to go lower, as 80% of traders are generally wrong. So we want to be sort of looking for reasons to go short. Obviously, price action to the downside is quite clear from the sort of spike high that we had from the pandemic highs, March 2020. We are below the 20 and the 50, which have crossed, but we are above this longer term 200. Obviously, price can come below the 200 and then go back up. And if you to look a lot further left, we're sort of basically within a range. So if we were to pull a fib, I'm pretty sure that would be at the 50% mark. And that's why we've got some sort of support. Right, looking at the weekly, obviously a descending channel, 20, 50, 200, EMA, all pointing lower. So momentum's to the downside, price actions to the downside. If I was to actually pull the swing highs and swing lows from the fractals, we could see here that we've got a lower high here, then we've got a lower low there, lower high here, lower low, and you get the picture. Price action is going lower. But 20 acting as dynamic resistance. Like I said, we swept the lows here, got some liquidity straight back into that moving average, and we haven't been able to progress any further. So going to the daily, what I am considering is, yes, the weekly and the monthly look like we're going lower. Yes, we are potentially in the middle of sort of a big range where value is. So 0.83 could be value. And if we bear that in mind, we've got this high on the daily, then this low here, a lower high, lower low. And then on the 17th of March, we closed above this market structure. So that could potentially be sort of signaling that this current price action is a retracement of this low from March 2022 up to the highs of March 2022. And if we can find some buyers around the 0.825, 0.83, then maybe there's some buyers there that find value here. And then we just, we need to get back above this daily 200 EMA to sort of confirm that is going to be a change in trend. Obviously, looking at the markets, European PMIs came out good today. Started with German flash PMIs. So this is the first initial look at how well manufacturing and services are doing. Both of them beat expectations. Europe-wide beat expectations. UK manufacturing actually came in worse than expected, but we did have a revision higher than the previous reading. And then the flash services PMI absolutely smashed it, 61. So anything above 50 is expansionary. Obviously, 61 is really good. So yeah, currently PMIs both doing well in euro versus the pound. Lots of headline news, obviously, from Europe. Currently got a NATO, and then we've got some G7 and European Council meetings coming up. We have had SMB saying that they're going to intervene in the market. So looking at here, SMB Jordan says that he's looking at the inflation differentials and currencies, and that's where they'll decide on their interventions. Obviously, NATO talking because Ukraine and Russia, the conflict's getting worse, and it's obviously Ukraine have said that they don't want to join NATO, try and appease Russia in that way, but they are trying to push forward with the membership of Europe. YouTrading.com for its heat map, yen being sold off. So I'm going to dismiss the Swiss franc today because obviously SMB have been talking. Yen sort of shows that there's flows out of the safe haven into the Canadian dollar, which is obviously because of oil. Australian dollar is quite strong as well. New Zealand dollar goes against that. So with the fact that the bottom left-hand corner isn't solid green, top right-hand corner is not solid red, it's all very mixed. The Forex sentiment is not clear. However, euro is mixed and the pound is relatively strong compared to the euro. So maybe we get a weaker euro versus the pound because of that. Ukraine, Russia is at sort of forefront of everyone's mind. And these PMIs will be sort of just supporting them underlying sort of long term. So we're just kind of hoping that the Russia-Ukraine thing turns around, and then we might actually get quite a big bid in the euro. Right, with that in mind, like I said, sentiment and fundamentals mixed at the moment. Looking at the price action, long-term downtrend, maybe at value. Today's price action came up to the 21st of March's low, found resistance, obviously the 20 and 50 above that as well. So it's going to be quite hard to get the euro above those levels. So 0.835 is going to be a key level to watch. If we look to the left, we can see that yesterday's price action came down and tested the swing lows high here. So we've got the 7th of March, the high of that candle. They had a imbalance here between what happened over the next couple of days. They tested that yesterday, found support, and then obviously today's sort of data would have caused the euro to sort of pause. Now we're just waiting to see which of these two lines gives up. So if support gives up, we're thinking like a longer term trend to the downside. If resistance gives up, we're going to wait and see if we can get back above that line, back above the 20 and the 50, and then we're going to wait for a sort of breakout, retest, continuation higher, see if we can get back up to the 200 EMA, which might come in around 0.844. So that's the plan. We're just waiting for one of these levels to give up. Otherwise, you're going to get chopped up in this range. Obviously, yesterday, the bulls were in control. And, they dipped down, found support, came back up. We've taken out 50% of this candle from the 22nd of March. So currently, the bulls, still have the upper hand. The close today will be very important. Obviously, it could be a drop-based drop again, or it could be a drop-based rally. We just need to wait, be patient, see if we can get a breakout of one of these levels. So yeah, looking at the probabilities, Europe's going to feel more pressure because of Russia, Ukraine, especially with NATO sort of building up the rhetoric of being more aggressive towards Russia. So looking for euro to come down, come back up to 0.83, somewhere in between like the lows here of 22nd of March, and then see if we can take out this swing low from the 7th of March. That's my base case scenario. Obviously, just aware that we did take out this high here, did confirm it. And if I was to just remove all of these drawings and then pull a fib, if we look to the left, that dip down yesterday came into the 0.618% retracement on the fib. Lots of traders would have been looking around the 0.83 because it's a big figure as well. If we do break that low, we're potentially coming down to test the 0.786, the 0.826. So if we do get lower, if I am short, I'm going to sort of take some profits around the 0.826, and then see if we can just like get a runner to take out the sort of liquidity below this swing low. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Fundamentals, sentiment, like I said, mixed. Currently, technical analysis is mixed. Just waiting for some actual clear moves. All right, good luck, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.